Hey, hi, hello, welcome back at another video of Soaring Commerce classes. My name is Sadikyam. In this video, I'm going to be discussing about the newly added question from 2025-26 question bank. Yes, the PU board has been added some new questions in the theory of consumer behavior, and that the 4 marks question I'm going to be discussing in this video. The question what they have been added is explain the derivation of demand curve in the case of single commodity with the diagram. Okay, so this question the PU board has been added for the 4 marks, and this question also very important. Maybe they are going to be asking this question for the 4 marks. Okay, so without taking any risk we need to prepare well for this question also. Okay, so early on we have derived the slope of budget line with the help of a diagram in the 4 marks concept in the theory of consumer behavior. Now they are asking us to derive the demand curve in case of a single commodity. Okay, so before we are going to be learning this question means we need to know the meaning of three things here. First we need to know the meaning of demand, and next we need to know the meaning of law of demand, and third thing marginal utility. If these three things we have no means definitely we are going to be solving this answer very easily. Okay, so first of all, what do you mean by demand? The quantity of a consumer. The consumer is going to be purchasing with given prices and given income is called as a demand. Okay, if I am going to be purchasing the chocolate means I need to have an income, I need to know the prices of that chocolate, then I am going to be demanding for that chocolate in the shop. Okay, the next thing, law of demand. Okay, the law of demand, what is the meaning of law of demand? When the prices of a commodity is going to be increasing, the consumer purchase less. Okay, when the prices of commodity is going to be decreasing, consumer purchase more. Okay, next we need to know the meaning of marginal utility. Marginal utility is nothing but when the consumer consuming the additional utility, the additional unit of a commodity, the utility goes on decreasing. Okay, the satisfaction goes on decreasing. Okay, if these three things we are comes to know means definitely we are going to be solving this question. Look at here. First we need to write the meaning of demand. Okay, look at here. The quantity of commodity that a consumer is willing to buy with given income and prices, that is called as a demand. So the consumer is going to be purchasing the commodity with given prices and given income, that is called as a demand. So here some of the determinants of demand here. Demand depends on, or determinants of demand or factors of demand is price of the commodity itself. Second one, price of the other goods, income of the consumer, taste and preferences. These are all the determinants of demand. If one of this is going to be changed, it means definitely the demand is going to be changing. Okay, now demand curve is a diagram that shows how much quantity a consumer will buy at different prices. Okay, so now demand curve shows the consumer is going to be purchasing the commodity at different prices. Okay, so we are having like different prices and the single commodity the consumer going to be purchasing. So obviously it is a concept of law of demand. Okay, when the consumer purchase more, when the prices are less, the consumer purchase more. When the prices are less, the prices are high, the consumer purchase less. Okay, this thing we are going to be see. Okay, now assume that income is constant, price of other goods is constant, preferences are constant. So these three things are constant. The only thing is not constant is the commodity price. Okay, the commodity price which the consumer is going to be consuming, the price is going to be changing means definitely the consumer also changing is consumer also changing is consumption level. Okay, now look at here. In the table we will having like price, quantity demanded. So price 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Quantity demanded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we need to draw the diagram. In the y-axis we will having the prices, In the x-axis we will having the quantity. Now prices is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now quantity is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now look at here. When the price is 50, the consumer is going to be purchasing one commodity. So if the consumer wants to consume the first unit, means he is ready to give whatever the prices in the market. Okay, because for the first unit he can pay the higher prices to get the satisfaction of that commodity. Here look at here, for the first commodity the consumer is going to be paying 50 rupees. Okay, so when the consumer purchase the second commodity is when the prices are going to be decreased from 50 to 30, he is going to be purchasing the second commodity. Okay, when the prices decreases from 50 to 30, he is going to be purchasing the second commodity. Once again, the consumer wants to consume the third unit when again the prices drops from 30 to 20. Then only he is going to be purchasing the commodity. Okay, now once again, if you want to consume the fourth or fifth unit, means again the price need to drops from 20 to 10. When the price dropped from 20 to 10, the consumer purchased the fifth unit. Okay, the consumer purchased the fifth unit. Okay, so here the demand curve slopes from left to right. Why it slopes from left to right? So one reason is the prices are going to be decreasing, consumer is going to be increasing his commodity. Okay, now one thing we already know, that when the prices are going to be increasing, the consumer is going to be consuming more and more commodity. That's why it's going to be slope from left to right. When the first commodity is going to give higher prices, okay, 50 rupees is going to be paying for the first commodity until the prices decline to 30. He is not consuming the second commodity. When the prices is 30, he is going to be purchasing the second commodity. When the prices is 20, he is consuming the third commodity. When the price drops from 20 to 10, he is going to be consuming the fifth commodity. So what we have seen is law of demand. Also we have saw that seen here. Okay, so look at here, in the above diagram the price is measured along y-axis and quantity measured along x-axis. So in the y-axis what we will having price, in the x-axis we will having quantity. The demand curve slows from downward from left to right, because when the price increase, quantity decrease. Okay, when the price increases, quantity decreases. Look at here, when the price increases, the quantity decreases. Okay, now the main reason for the downward sloping demand curve is law of diminishing law of marginal utility. So my main reason is for the downward sloping is marginal utility. I already told you that. Okay, as a consumer consume more unit of a commodity, each additional unit gives him less satisfaction than the previous utility. Okay, so imagine we have seen that in the law of diminishing marginal utility, when the consumer purchases the additional commodity, the second commodity gives less satisfaction compared to the first commodity. Okay, now consumer pays higher prices for the first unit, lower price for the next unit. We have saw that for the first commodity how much he is going to be paying. For the first commodity 50, for the second commodity he is going to be paying 30, for the third commodity he is going to be paying 20, for the fifth commodity he is going to be paying 10. Okay, so now example, at rupees 30 per unit, consumer buys the second unit. Look at here, at rupees 30 per unit, consumer buys the second unit. Okay, the third unit gives less satisfaction than the second unit. Even though the satisfaction is less, the consumer is purchasing the second unit because the price drops from 50 to 30. Okay, now so the consumer will buy the third unit only if the price falls. Okay, now the third commodity, when he's going to be purchasing, when the price is 20, when the price drops from 30 to 20, the consumer purchases the third commodity. The fourth unit gives even less utility. Even though the fourth unit is going to be providing less utility, when he is going to be purchasing that commodity is when the price drops from 20, then only he is going to be purchasing the fourth unit. So This is why the demand curve slows downward. Okay, so I hope you have been understand this concept very well. Okay, so first thing you need to analyze that, you need to write the meaning of demand, and then you need to understand the concept of law of demand, and you need to know the marginal utility. If these things you are going to be if these things you are known well, means definitely you are going to be writing the answer for this question. Okay, so the demand curve slows from left to right because the utility, the satisfaction is going to be decreasing as per the marginal utility. As per the law of demand, when the prices are going to be decreasing, consumer purchasing more of the commodity. Okay. So this is the question which has been added by the PU board. I hope uh, this video has been reached you guys very well. For more videos, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you, one and all.